everyone, and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make fabric scrap tassel earrings. The finished product is going to look something like this. This is an early model of when I first started making these, and after posting about them I get so many requests to share a tutorial. They're super easy to make. This one is with a cotton, almost like a quilting cotton weight. I do find that they work better in something a little bit slinkier, so what I'm working with today is more of a viscose or a rayon type of fabric. Obviously you can make them in these quilting cotton size. I do make them like this often, and obviously these are this kind, but I think the result is a little better with the rayon style. Okay, so let's dive in to some materials that you are going to need. These are the jewelry making pliers that I keep on hand. These are cutters. This is just a pair of needle nose pliers, and these are used to create rolls in wire, but I mostly use them just as an extra tiny hand. And I used to make these when I first started, if you can see here, just with some embroidery floss. And that works great if you don't have any kind of wire like what I'll be using today. But now, just for like a little bit more of a professional look, since I do sell these in my Etsy shop, I make them with wire. So I've got this really fine wire. I bought this at like Walmart. You can find it at Hobby Lobby. It's very bendable. It's very light and thin. So you're also going to need some earring hooks. I got these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, easy to find. You can also find them at your local Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I will link below the ones that I ordered. And then you will need some jump rings, and these are just essentially a ring of metal that are used to connect different parts of your jewelry, and they can be any size. I like a slightly sort of, I guess, medium size. The pack I got is assorted. Some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. I kind of choose a size depending on what style of earring I'm making, and with the tassels it depends on how thick of a tassel I am doing. So I have this floral fabric that I trimmed off of a skirt that I hemmed, and this is where I get a lot of the fabric that I make my jewelry out of. It's all just the offcuts and little scraps that I don't really have anything else to do with. So I have 5 piles here, so I'm going to be making 5 pairs of earrings. I've already cut it into strips. And you want your strips to be about 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch wide. You don't really want them any thicker than that. And a good fabric is one that doesn't have too much of a front and back. Like this one, the print is obviously not as clear on the wrong side, but it's still kind of, you can tell that it's flowers. So, and you want to cut for the length of your strip. You want to figure out how long you want your earring tassel to be. So mine, and as you can see with this one, there are some shorter pieces, and that will just happen as you're cutting. Like some pieces might not be quite long enough, but you can still throw those in there, and then you have a little bit of a variety of size. Or if you want them to be all uniform and a little cleaner, then you definitely want to make sure that they are all the same size, and you will probably trim them again after you make your earring. So I want mine drop to be, the drop is the distance from here where the earring well, technically I think the full drop is from here where it goes in the hole to here, but then there's a second drop. I don't know the technical terms for these, but that goes from the top of the earring to the bottom of the tassel. And I want mine to be about 3 inches, so I've cut strips to be about 6 inches long because you want them to be, the strips to be twice as long as your tassels. So I've kind of divided my piles to make them even. I'm going to do these a little bit thinner than I have in the past. And keep in mind that, again, we're folding this in on itself. So a good judge of how thick your tassel is going to be is however thick this single group of, the longer group of fabric strips is how thick your tassel is going to be, because you're going to fold it. So I'm going to sort of divide this bundle to where it kind of looks and feels fairly even. You could go through and count all these, but I'm not that technical about it. So let's leave that one over there maybe. This guy right here is a little thicker than I would like, so I'm just going to trim it. When I'm cutting my strips, I usually use a rotary cutter, but every now and then I find one that's like a little thicker than I would like. Okay, those are fairly even. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the wire and lay it under my fabric about in the middle. And I'm going to bring it around and kind of pull the fabric like that so it's out of the way. And then I'm going to twist my wire. I get it going with my fingers really good first, and then I go in with my tweezers or my pliers to get it nice and tight around that fabric bundle and as close to the bundle as possible. Get a few good twists in there, and then I also want to make sure that my tail is twisted up really good so this doesn't come apart. And then I'm going to just snip that. And it's going to have this little pokey tail, but that's okay because that is going to be the inside of our earring. Let's find the middle. There we go. So we're going to fold this pokey guy tail to the inside of our earring, and we can see the wire that we just put in at the top there. Now I'm going to do that again as close to the top. I mean, you don't want to get it too close to the top because it'll slide off, so maybe like 1/4 of an inch or so down. Squish the fabric and then twist, and I'm going to twist again with my tweezers. And I'm going to cut that tail. And for this one, we don't want that pokey thing poking out of the side, so I'm going to sort of use my tweezers. I keep saying tweezers, these are pliers. I'm going to use my pliers and sort of create a break in the tassel and bend that tail up under and inside the underneath of the tassel, so it's folded under. And then I have one tassel for my earring. Now let's zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little bit closer on the next one. Okay, so once again, make sure your strips are fairly even and put the wire underneath your tassel. And then I'm just going to, it might be easier for you to cut a piece. I'm never really sure what size piece I'm gonna need, so I usually just work right off of my wire. And you do want to make sure that it's even. Start a twist with your hands and then go in with your pliers and give it a good extra twist. You want to get it feeling nice and tight around your tassel, but you also don't want to twist so much that it breaks off. I like to twist the tail around a little bit before cutting it. And this thin wire would really cut with scissors. I just, you definitely don't want to use your fabric scissors, and I just like the wire cutter tool better. And then we're going to fold it in half so that we can see the wire on the top. And then pinch. Do you guys say pinch or pinch? I say pinch. Pinch and start a twist with your hand, and then continue the twist with the plier. And if you feel like it's not tight enough, you can kind of push your fabric out of the way and get your plier as close to the tassel as possible so that when you twist, you're really tightening that in there. And then again, twisting my tail, clipping that off, and then this one, you want to kind of tuck it. I guess you can kind of do this with your finger. You want to cut that one a little bit longer so that you can tuck it in between your fabric tassels so nobody gets poked. And now we have 2 tassel earrings. So I usually wait, if I'm making a batch, I'll make all of them, and then I will match up whichever ones look the closest in thickness, because it's hard to get perfect. As you can see, these 2 are a little different in size. This one seems a little bit thicker, and they do have a similar length. This one kind of hangs out a little bit longer, so if I wanted to wear these together, I might snip that so it's a little more even. You could also go back in and hang them upright like this, and then clip across the bottom so that they're all the same length. I like the kind of mixed length look. But some people like the flat, straight length look. And that is how, oh my gosh, I almost forgot the actual earring part. So now we need to add our actual earring hooks. So take your jump ring and using your other little plier, just separate them like that, separate the opening, and then slide the jump ring up under your wire, and then don't forget your hook, add your hook, and then close your jump ring back. And I like to sort of squeeze my jump ring into itself and squeeze it this way to flatten it to make sure it is kissing. You want the ends of your jump ring to be kissing. Sometimes it helps to squeeze it this way so that they really meet each other. And now we have an actual wearable earring. Let's do that again for the other side. Oh gosh. See, when you don't have fingernails, sometimes it's hard to pick these up. Okay, we're opening our jump ring. Uh-oh. You can see that I'm not a professional at this. Sliding the jump ring on to the wire. And again, if you don't have this kind of wire, you can just do everything I just did, but just tie embroidery floss or a very thick shearing thread, gathering thread, upholstery thread, and that would work just as well. And then we want to close our jump ring, make sure it is kissing, so we don't want that hook to fall off. There we go. Okay, now we have a fun pair of earrings. This is such a fun way to use up your fabric, and once you've mastered the tassel, you can play around with all kinds of fun ways to make earrings. You can sew shapes, do bows with grommets, or my favorite right now is making pom-pom earrings, which maybe I will show you guys a tutorial for that in another video. I hope you enjoyed this. Happy earring making!